Hi guys! So the other day I realized that I actually have a lot of bad habits that I've been doing related to diabetes. And I just wanted to share those with you. So these aren't like bad habits as in not taking insulin or like not checking your blood sugar, because those are like bad habits. Like those are health threatening. But I more want to talk about the little things that aren't really like terrible. They're not going to hurt me, but they're probably not good. So I thought of like 5 of them. First one, I don't know if I'm the only one on this, but when I check my blood sugar and I use my little lancet thing, this is what it is. It just pokes you, the needle. I never change the needle, like ever. That's what it looks like. I don't know what it is. I just can't change it because they last way longer. I think you're supposed to change them every day. And I check like 4 to 10 times a day, and I like never change it. It's terrible. Like the only time I change it is I'll be checking and I'll just be like, oh, it's not working, and like do it again and again and again until I realize, oh, the needle's probably dull. I probably need to change the needle. And then I change it and it works like the first time. So that's a terrible, terrible habit because I need to change my lancets more. So the first bad habit would be not changing my lancets. Another bad habit is related to that. I never throw away my test strips. Those are these little beauties right here that the blood goes on. I have these literally everywhere. I find them everywhere. I'm pretty sure there's like 1 million in my purse right now. They're usually all in here. There's only one right now, which is actually really surprising. Probably because I put it in my backpack and they all fall out. But basically, they're like all in my backpack, all over the bottom of my purse. When I got a new purse and I switched it out, I had to throw away like handfuls of strips. It was disgusting. And I'll find them like around the house, at my desk, in my car. Actually, last year I was walking to the gym and I found them on the sidewalk on the way to the gym, like from a previous day. That's how ridiculous it is. And I think also I was like in the locker room and I like saw them on the ground and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like littering everywhere, but not on purpose. I just don't throw them away. I don't know. I just check and then I put them in here. Because I think what it was at the beginning, I didn't have a trash can nearby, and so I would just set them here to throw away later. But the thing is, I'd like never throw them away later. So to be a good kid, I'm going to take this and throw it away right now. So, bam. Disney Princess poster behind me, too. Bet you didn't know that was there. So yeah, that would be number 2 bad habit, is never throwing my strips away. My third bad habit is the last one relating to checking blood sugar. And this one's kind of gross. Like, if it wasn't me doing this and it was someone else, I would be grossed out. Like, that's how gross it is. Basically, when I check my blood sugar and there's a little bit of blood left over, I used to get a Kleenex and put it on, and that worked great. But eventually, that got to be kind of a hassle, and it's kind of like a waste of Kleenex. So what I do now, you may think, oh, she's going to say that she licks it off. I know people do that. I don't really do that very often. The main thing I do is even grosser. I wipe it on this part. You can even see it. Ew. Yeah. It's so convenient. It's like right there. I just check and then I just wipe off the excess. And like, if this wasn't mine, I would be disgusted by this. Like, that's blood. A little bit of blood. So that would be the third bad habit, is wiping blood on this instead of just getting a Kleenex. Alright, so I'll put away my checker because the next 2 bad habits have to do with my insulin pump. So basically what will happen is, say I go really low and I eat a snack and I'm still feeling really bad. Sometimes I'll just disconnect my pump because I'm like, I don't need more insulin right now. It's just going to make the problem worse. And so I'll just unplug it real quick. It's really convenient and easy. But the thing is by the time I get back up to being normal, I've completely forgotten that I unplugged my pump. And so, I'll go hours without being plugged in, and I may even have a meal, and I'll bolus for it, but it won't go in. It'll just like go wherever. And so what ends up happening is I end up rebounding. So I go from like 40 to like 350 because I haven't been getting insulin for like 3 hours. And this is a bad habit because I either have to remember to plug back in or maybe like suspend my pump, which just means I'm not going to get any insulin from it. The only thing I don't like about suspending my pump is it alarms every like, I don't know, 3 minutes or something. And so it'll vibrate, and that gets really annoying. But that's the point, because it reminds you need to start it up again. But I don't like it because it tells me too often, so that's the thing. But actually, story time. I did this recently, and I was like, I realized that I had unplugged and that I hadn't plugged back in, and it'd been like 3 hours. I had dinner and bolused for it, but of course it didn't go in because I wasn't plugged in. And I was like, oh my gosh, no. So I checked expecting to be like, 300s. And I checked and I think I was like 150. And I was like so thankful. I don't know, I must have been going even lower because I didn't need insulin at all for that long time. So that was really good, but most of the time, very, very bad. So that was number 4 bad habit, which is unplugging and then not plugging back in. So the last bad habit goes a little something like this. I have done this probably like, I don't even know, so many times in the past month, in the past 2 months. I feel like it's like every time. So basically this is what happens. My pump alarms and it's like, hey, you only got 10 units of insulin left. And so I'm like, oh great, I have to change my set and put more insulin in. But the thing is, I say, okay, fine, I'll do that, but I'm going to do it later. I'm going to put it off. So I put it off, and within an hour, half hour, I completely forget that I'm out of insulin. So I just go about my night doing whatever, and it gets to be about midnight. I'm feeling exhausted. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm just ready to like go to bed, say goodbye to the world for 8 hours, and call it a night. And I take a look at my pump, and I see, oh my gosh, I only have 1 unit left. I hate this feeling because it's like I knew that this was coming, but I put it off and so I completely forgot. So that is followed by me griping about how it's so late and it's going to hurt more because I'm tired and I don't want to do it right now. So I have to change my set and I have to put more insulin in and it's just a big ordeal, and it's like I should have just done this earlier when I was fine. So that would be like my number 1 bad habit right now. I think that's happened the past like 5 or 6 times I've had to change my set. It's been like at midnight or like 1 a.m. right before I'm about to go to bed because I realized this isn't going to last me through the night and I should have done it earlier. So that would definitely be my number 5 bad habit, which is putting off changing my set until the last minute. So that wraps up the 5 bad diabetic habits I've noticed in myself recently. If you guys can think of any that you do, feel free to comment. I love to hear about some things that you're trying to get better at. Again, I'm not talking about habits that are like negatively affecting your health, like not bolusing or not, checking your blood sugar, because those are a big deal, and like those aren't just like bad habits. Those are like you need to take care of yourself. But I'm talking about the little things, that you probably shouldn't do, but they're not going to like hurt you. So if you can think of any more, please let me know. And if you can relate to this too, please let me know, because hopefully I'm not the only one who has strips everywhere. I don't know if that's just me, but they're literally everywhere. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and thank you to everyone who already has subscribed. I love getting emails from YouTube where it's like, you have a new subscriber, because it makes me super happy. So if you want one of those emails sent to me, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And real quick before you go, here's another look at that really cute Disney princess poster in the background. Isn't it awesome? Okay, bye guys.